Hello everybody and welcome to another Nephilim build. Today we're going to out-protag the protag that replaced us as Yuta Okkotsu from Jujutsu Kaisen. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with ability scores. Using the standard point array, we'll put the 15 to intelligence. Yuta starts off not knowing shit, but he catches on pretty quickly. Next we'll put the 14 at dexterity. He's fast enough to keep Yuji on his toes. After that is the 13 in wisdom. He's as cracked as the rest of the cast, but we need some multi-class minimums. With the 12 in the constitution for HP and the 10 to strength. We'll dump charisma. Who needs riz when you have a demon girlfriend? For race we're going to go with variant human, putting our increases into intelligence and wisdom and taking the tough feat. We'll also pick perception and speak common and sylvan, because yokai. He's a Jujutsu High student, so we're going to take the Witherbloom student background. We'll get Witherbloom Initiate, picking Spare the Dying and Cure Wounds for some reverse curse technique. We'll also take Chill Touch to make Rika grab someone. We'll also get Nature and Survival, the Herbalism Kit, and Deep Speech. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a monk. We'll get Strength and Dexterity saving throws, pick Athletics and Acrobatics, and be proficient with simple weapons, short swords, and painter supplies. You know, for giggles. At level 1 we get Martial Arts and Unarmored Defense, and level 2 we get Ki, Unarmored Movement, and Dedicated Weapon. We'll get Longsword Proficiency for Katana in a second. We're now going to multiclass the Wizard, getting Arcane Recovery and 3 cantrips. We'll take Blade Ward and True Strike to fill the slots, and Booming Blade to hit harder with Thin Icebreaker. I think he does this unarmed. I haven't actually read the manga, but we're doing it with swords. We're going to be doing spells learned instead of spells prepared, meaning we start with 6. We'll get Mage Armor for better AC and Shield to block with Sky Manipulation. Turn the sky into a shield. We'll also take Cause Fear, Sleep, and Thunderwave for cursed speech, specifically Run Away, Sleep, and Blast Away. We'll also take Featherfall because what is fall damage? At level 2 we'll get our Arcane Tradition, taking Blade Singing for light armor, longswords, performance, and blade song. We'll also take Detect Magic to sense curses and protection from evil and good to repel them. At level 3 we'll get Shatter for another blast away and hold person. The obvious application for this is stop or don't move, but apparently Sky Manipulation can grab people. At level 4 we'll raise our intelligence and take Sword Burst for an AoE slash. We'll also take Flock of Familiars for some Batch Shikigami and Enhance Ability for superhuman feats. At level 5 we'll take Fireball for Explode and Summon Shadow Spawn to summon Rika with Fury. You could also take Summon Feed and use Yukalot if you want a bigger girlfriend, but the Shadow Spawn has a bigger damage die and has more HP when using the same level spell slot. At level 6 we'll get the Special Blade Singer Extra Attack. I recommend comboing this with either Blade Ward or Booming Blade. We'll also take Counterspell and Spell Magic for Technique Extinguishment. At level 7 we'll take Banishment to return Shikigami and remove Curse for more Technique Extinguishment. At level 8 we'll cap our intelligence and take Fear and Suggestion for more cursed speech. At level 9 we'll take Hold Monster and Wall of Force for more Sky Manipulation. At level 10 we'll get Song of Defense. We'll treat this like another form of reverse curse technique. We'll also take Prestidigitation for effects as well as Skill Empowerment for protag level skills. We'll also take Steel Wind Strike for Shrine. Would you believe that was the easiest power to get? I'm always looking for an excuse to take this spell. At level 11 we'll get Eye Bite and Mass Suggestion for more cursed speech, and level 12 will raise our dexterity. We'll also take Spirit Trap to fill our sword with extra cursed energy and Otto's Irresistible Dance. You can't prove cursed speech can't do this. At level 13 we'll take Power Word Pain for Get Twisted and Force Cage. This will come into play in a bit. At level 14 we'll get Song of Victory and take Expeditious Retreat and Longstrider to move fast. At level 15 we'll get Power Word Stun and Sunburst. This will take a couple of turns to set up. What you're gonna want to do is set up Force Cage around your target. Pretend this is setting up the barrier for your domain expansion. After that you just need to drop Sunburst for Jacob's Ladder. Since it didn't outright kill Sukuna, it's clearly damage based rather than an auto erase, and there isn't much that can tank a Sunburst. Also, I considered other things for the domain expansion. I thought of prepping a demi-plane, but the area was too small. Since you have to see where you drop Sunburst, there is no way to do it without being in the demi-plane and getting cooked yourself. I thought of plane shift, but you can't shift yourself and an unwilling creature with the same slot, and we don't get a second 7th level slot until Wizard level 20. Which we can't get, meaning we'd have to burn either our 8th level slot or the 9th level slot we're gonna get. I also thought of Mirage Arcane for the visual effects of domain expansion, but the 10-minute cast time was out of the question. Wish could have done it, but Wish relies on DM permission and can potentially only be done once. This was honestly the only part of this build that gave me trouble. Let me know if you have any ideas for future JJK characters. Anyway, at level 16 we'll raise our dexterity and take Jump and connect Jaunt to Juke and Jump Good. At level 17 we'll take Psychic Scream and Power Word Kill for the last of our cursed speech. Psychic Scream could be Get Crushed, specifically on the head. Lastly, at level 18 we'll get Spell Mastery, choosing Shield and Shatter. We'll also take Borrowed Knowledge for more protag skills and Foresight for G Warstaff. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. For inventory, we'll take a longsword for our katana and a component pouch for spellcasting. Our AC with mage armor is 17, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 145 with 2d8 and 18d6 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? To start, we're highly defensive with Blade Song and Infinite Shield, boosting our AC as high as 27. We've also got healing and damage reduction options, and have a ton of AoE damage and control options. We're also bringing Best Girl Rika into the fray to take some of the heat off. For weaknesses, our main attack stat isn't capped and we're prone to banishment with our low charisma. Also, damage reduction doesn't mean much when we're that close to power word kill range. It's also going to be a pain in the ass deciding what to bring into any given battle, which is why I always try to do spells prepared with wizards when I can. Weaknesses aside, we're still badass enough that people are still asking who the real protagonist is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gives you 2-day early access to my videos, a chance to vote for future characters, and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next time when I make Lilith from Borderlands.